Hi, welcome to an intro on what trauma-informed yoga is for birth to 18-year-olds and basically what trauma-informed yoga is for any age. What trauma-informed yoga is it's a way to connect our mind back to our body so we can calm our nervous system, especially our vagus nerve. And the goal is to get ourselves out of fight or flight and more into the present moment. Trauma-informed yoga for youth is especially beneficial because it can help reform or retrain the brain maybe after a traumatic event or maybe when someone has repeating traumatic thoughts. Trauma-informed yoga can help our mind get out of habitual thinking and into more present here and now. And so trauma-informed yoga is good, like I said, for any age. My experience with trauma-informed yoga in youth is I was an elementary teacher for 8 years, and out of my own kind of intuition, I did yoga almost each day with my students for each class, and it seemed like every teaching job that I had, I was working with kids with either a lot of trauma or maybe just behaviors that were getting in their way of learning and being in the present moment. I have a 6-year-old daughter now who she's had trauma in her life, and so I have her do yoga every day, and I get to see the benefits of yoga for her to be able to get maybe out of negative thinking or maybe habitual thinking of of wants and desires to being in the present moment and being okay with whatever comes our way. And so trauma-informed yoga is super, super beneficial to anyone, but especially our youth. It allows kids to get the power back to themselves, to be able to dig within themselves and to be able to get out of these thoughts that get in their way of being successful. Maybe it's anxieties or fears or anger, whatever it is that causes significant behaviors, or maybe anxieties that cause them social norms and behaviors that aren't serving them a purpose. Well, what trauma-informed yoga can do is it can help them get back to being powerful and dig within themselves to be successful wherever they go. I have a lot of trauma in my own childhood, and so when I became a yoga teacher and I found out about trauma-informed yoga birth to 18-year-olds, I was intrigued to take it. And so it has allowed myself to deal with a lot of traumas that I habitually kept thinking about, or that kept me from being a better person every day. And so, once our nervous system gets calm and we can be in the here and now, then we are much more beneficial to be successful in our day-to-day life. Of course, things are going to come up, and we're so it's easy to jump back into old behaviors. Our brain is like a pathway, and the bigger the grooves are to the wherever pathway, so say we have a thought that we keep thinking, that pathway is going to be really deep, and our brain is going to go easily to that. Well, what trauma-informed yoga can do is when we get to that habitual thinking is when we notice it, we can use our tools of deep breathing or maybe some just gentle movement to get out of that groove and into a new groove, so we actually do start to heal our own brain. And what better way to heal our brains than our youth, and to give them the skills that they're going to need to be successful from here, hopefully into their adult life. I can't say enough about what I saw in school when I was teaching, and then when I saw kids wanting to do yoga, especially difficult kids. And at that time, I was just kind of making yoga up. But in our next video, my daughter and I will do some trauma-informed yoga that hopefully can help other youth. Yoga should be done regularly for it to be easy and accessible to our brains when we need it. So say we get put in fight or flight, well, instead of reacting, if we're practicing a daily yoga practice, we hopefully can go to calming ourselves with deep breathing and stuff, rather than having to have an adult or whoever it is to instruct us to do those things. Or the goal is to, to get into the fight or flight and get out of it quick, so we don't even have that big reaction. So we're going to do some gentle movements, and we hope that it's powerful. Thank you.